Thursday live from the Greater Grand Forks Fair. How about that? Dirty Thursday brought to you by River City Speedway. You can see we are all kind of crammed together here in the beer garden tent. Johnny Holmes was playing here live last night. So it's going to be a little bit different now. We won't have a lot of pictures to show. All of our ads will be done live, so you didn't get to see that awesome River City Speedway intro that we usually play for you. But again, River City Speedway bringing you to today's show like they do every week, along with Northwest Tire. Who is looking for some help. Chad, you still looking for some help over there?
Oh, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah, always looking for help, man.
I forgot what you looked like, but you're here.
Yeah, I don't have hair, but I'm here. No, we're doing good. Always looking for good people. Need a front counter guy, something fierce. But other than that, we're rocking and rolling over there in Northwest Area. We're booked out pretty good right now.
Yeah, it sounds like he's awfully busy. In fact, I got to give Chad credit for even taking time off from work to come here. Call him up if you're interested, 701-780-8473, or you can apply online at nwtire.com. Great benefits too, PTO, health insurance, 401k, and more. And there they go. Look at that. The Bullring beer is here. And speaking of Bullring beer,
Tommy in the back.
I lost my notes again.
You what? You lost your notes again?
They're in here somewhere.
That don't happen. There it is.
Okay. When we look at this Bullring beer, I'm just going to put it on this one to show you, but we've got this new thing now, and it is called the Cappy. It's a cool little thing. It fits on your tab of your beer. And
soda.
It says, or soda. It says Dirty Thursday Podcast. And the thing is, you can spin this around, and it almost makes your beer spill-proof. But here's the deal, and Dustin said it too. Well, it kind of takes the fun out of dirt track racing when you can't have your thumb over the hole all the time. But keeps the dirt out. But it also, if you're like me and you're allergic to hornets and wasps and yellow jackets, we've all had one go in our drink, our beverage. It's not fun. Any questions or comments? I don't even know if we have our phone with us, but what the hell, 701-213-0863. Before we get going too far, let's do it. Daily segment called Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Here we go, Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Let's see. So I went to the fair at one time, and I saw a man doing the guess your weight.
Yeah.
So I stood in line, and when it got to my turn, the man said to me, well, that's about 10 minutes. Well, that's all right. All right. We'll go over some track schedules here quick before we get some of our guests going here. Don't forget, now 3 days of racing and stuff going on here at the racetrack at River City Speedway. Tomorrow night, Minn Kota Lightning Sprints. The Rebel Midwest Mod Tour is here. We got Wissota Street Stocks, Wissota Midwest Mods. Racing tomorrow at 7 o'clock with the Minn Kota Lightning Sprints. Saturday, 2 o'clock, Demo Derby and bus racing.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking to some of the bus racers here also today. Sunday, River City Speedway, 6 o'clock. They get the Lightning Sprints, Wissota Late Models, Wissota Street Stocks. Saturday, Devil's Lake, the NLRA Golden Hammer Classic, along with the Pier Stocks, Wissota Street Stocks, the Midwest Mods, the Non-Wing Sprints, the Trophy Class. Saturday, Greenbush Rebel Midwest Mod Tour makes their trip up north. They got the mods, of course, Pier Stocks, Minn Kota Lightning Sprints, and Sunday at Buffalo River, the Midwest Mod Tour heads south to Buffalo River, and they will be racing there in Glendon on Sunday. Last night, the Houston High Bank Nationals, that 4-day race, 250 G's to win,
20,000 last night.
Yeah. Do you see who won the heats?
Yeah, I saw Dobmeyer won.
Yeah, he had Kading Sweet, Casey Kane, Noah Gass, Austin McCarl, Mark Dobmeyer won himself a heat race last night, so that was good. All right, we got that out of the way. Now let's start off to my right here, Dustin Strand. How are you, man?
Pretty good. About yourself?
Good. Let's pull that thing right up to your face here. And you brought a guest with you?
Yep, Paisley's here with me.
Yeah.
Paisley, how old are you?
8.5.
8.5.
Already?
Is it awesome that all these kids are like, I'm a half?
Yeah.
Like,
8.5.
My son's like, I'm 10.5, Dad. Like, no, you're 10 until you turn.
Yeah, well, when you get to like 40 and up, the halves don't mean much.
What grade are you in?
8.5.
What grade are you going to be in?
I'm going into third.
Third grade? Wow.
What school do you go to?
Yep.
South Point.
South Point. Wow.
Nice.
So are you here to help your dad because he's not a very good talker or what?
No, he's brave, but
He's brave.
he's not brave to go on rides because my sister yesterday when we were at the fair, she wanted to go on this spinning ride that went up and down and just keeps spinning, and she said, "Paisley, can you go on it with me?" And I'm just like, "No."
No?
You don't go on rides?
No, I do go on rides,
Oh.
but I hate going on spinning rides.
Yeah,
Spinning
I
rides?
don't
Does
like
your
them
dad
either.
go on rides? Does he go on any rides?
Well,
No?
No.
Is it crazy that he drives a race car but won't go on a fun fair ride? Isn't that weird?
Yeah, you know, if I get on a roller coaster, I kind of lose all bodily function, so I stick to where I can control things.
Well, I mean, roller coasters are kind of the same thing because they're just going in circles, and he's going fast in circles.
Yeah.
He does go fast in
Get
circles.
those involuntarily
101
bodily
times.
functions. By the way, if you want to step up to the mic, anybody here as they get going here with a question or comment for any of the guys, Dustin, K-Dog, we got Doogie, we got Brad, we got Shane, all these guys. If you want any
Mike's
questions
fine.
or anything, you want to come up here and ask these guys a question, we will give you some Grand Forks Best Source swag. So, big racing for you this weekend. Where are you guys off to tonight?
Tonight we go to Ada. It's their fair over there, NLRA race.
Okay.
There you go.
And then, let's see here. Saturday, are you guys?
Well, we actually have a really crazy weekend. We go from Ada to Fergus Falls to Devil's Lake for the Golden Walhalla Building Center Golden Hammer race, and then we're back here Sunday. So
Sure.
it's a pretty grueling weekend.
Last week, Friday night here at the racetrack, your 100th and 101st win at the Bull Ring. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
100 races at one track.
It's pretty unbelievable. I mean, I think we started racing in 02 and raced 5 different classes throughout the years, but yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Now, have you figured out how many races you have won total in your career?
You know, I haven't. At one point, I kind of had a total figured out, and I think Mike Speaker and Steven are working on that, but I guess if I was going to guess, I'd say it's probably north of 500-ish, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
You look at, you talked about Mike Speaker and Steven. That's who told me.
Yeah.
Like, he goes, if this happens, this is his 100th victory. Steven told me. I'm like, oh wow, thanks for that, man. He's my stat guy.
Isn't that crazy?
He's on the ball. So he'll figure it out.
A lot of people watching.
Really?
Tina, good morning.
It's different. I can't pick my nose when this is
Eric
one
Rice,
camera though.
Savannah Strand, Katie, Amanda, Joe, Chris, Daryl, Dave Adams.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Joe. Wow, all kinds of people watching. And welcome again as we are live at the fair, Greater Grand Forks Fair. I did want to ask you, and I wanted to mention this to you, even though you probably don't want to talk about it, but little episode between you and the one TPO the other night. I thought, and he's probably going to be pissed at me for even saying anything, but I thought that was your real estate. I thought you guys kind of got together. He got sent to the back, didn't like it, went off the track, and heard there was maybe some things said afterwards. But did you even realize that there was something going on until afterwards?
Well, obviously I knew on the track, but no, I didn't know there was any controversy afterwards. But it was just one of them deals. We were both racing hard for the same spot. And, I guess.
And the kid can wheel a car.
Oh yeah,
I mean he's a great race car driver. Yeah. It was unfortunate that happened, and hopefully he won't hold that against anybody here, and we'll see him back at the track soon. But so busy schedule for you. What's it look like for the rest of the summer?
I guess we're here pretty much every Friday, and NLRA events. We pretty much have I don't know. I don't even know how many. There's not a ton in July, but then into August it gets pretty busy again. So we'll be busy.
Running the AMOD a little more this year, are you?
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of nice. They got some more AMOD shows here. I think
I love it.
9 shows or whatever, including the sites, and that's pretty cool to add that to the program.
Are you going to keep trying to do double duty every time the AMODs are here?
At Grand Forks, I will.
Sure, why not?
It's a lot of extra work, and almost maybe screws you up a little because the cars do drive pretty different.
Yeah, they're a lot different, aren't they?
And
We've
then
talked about that before.
When it's 100 degrees out and you get out of one drenched in sweat and get in the next one and half wore out. But it'd almost be nice if I was racing the big car first, because the late model's a little more tiring, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bigger vehicle, no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought last weekend was awesome. You got to go back to work. You got to head to Ada. You're babysitting. You're doing everything today.
Yeah, well, Paisley just came here to support me a little, and yeah, we got a busy weekend.
Paisley, what do you got to tell your dad? Anything you want to tell your dad?
Well, when he told me that he was going on this, I said, can I go on it with you? Well, first I asked my mom, and then she said, maybe he'll let you. And then I go ask him, and then he said, yeah.
She does give me some pointers, though. That first mod race of the year I was leading, and I drove it off the end in lap cars. Just my own deal. I got too high. Anyway, the next week she told me, maybe, this week if you're overlapping cars, you could stay a little closer to the middle.
That's a great pointer. Nothing wrong with that. Also, Paisley knows what she's doing in Victory Lane. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
She's got the flag. You take care of that for us. You know how to hold the signs. You're on it. You have no worries, right? Nope. You're called a veteran down there. That's good stuff.
Yeah, they're all trained for
Yeah, she does a good
rideoutcar.com
job.
Victory Lane. By the way, your wife says he clearly hasn't looked at the schedule. July is packed.
Oh, I guess I'm wrong.
Chalk it on the calendar.
Always going to be wrong.
Yeah.
Always going to be wrong.
That's right.
I wish you guys luck. Thank you for coming in. I know we didn't talk to you for very long here. We got a whole mess of guys going. And thing is, everybody here is busy today. Busy as heck.
Yeah.
It's not easy for guys to just leave their job at 11 o'clock on a Thursday, and I applaud all of you people for being able to do this. But anything you want to add to this before we cut you loose?
I don't know. I guess we're just going to give it our all and see where we stack up this weekend.
See if we can follow you around, and if
Yeah.
not, you will be back here on Sunday, hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
be
4
back this
nights of
Sunday.
big racing. That's
Yeah.
no doubt about
Yeah, that's
it.
crazy.
And he's a lot of traveling, and then obviously Walhalla Building Center, one of his sponsors. That's a big race to get out too. So,
Yep.
And they have a great turnout. 2,000 to win. That's a big one.
Yeah,
So-
it is.
It's actually 5,000.
Is it
to win.
5,000
Oh,
now?
Yep. The late model race 5,000. to win.
Woo!
Man, that's how about that?
I like it.
Be nice
I like
to come
it.
back a couple grand richer, huh?
Yeah.
All right. And by the way, we can talk a little bit about the Anderson kid got in a wreck last week,
Yeah.
and he's okay.
Yeah, I just asked Dustin here. He's like, yeah, he's okay. Talked to
Yep.
him a little bit earlier this week, but man, I saw pictures of the car.
Yeah. Well, and then his mom has got the office right next to ours.
Oh,
So
right.
at our studio, so she's been keeping me filled in. But Blakey's doing okay. The car not so good.
Yeah, car is
junk.
gonna head over to Weekly Salvage Yard probably. or
Car
something.
is junk. All right.
junk.
All right. There we go.
Dustin, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you, big guy.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks,
Yep.
man.
Paisley, you have a great weekend. Okay.
Guys waited around for half hour to talk for 14 minutes. Thanks.
See ya.
Anybody else want to come in? Why don't you sit down here for a minute, Doogie? We'll
Doogie.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Later.
All right.
There you go.
We're gonna get.
If people are coming on, ask them if they want
Oh,
koozie or a cappy.
yeah. And if any of you guys, when you're coming in, if you want to grab one of these koozies and a cappy, the cappies are awesome. Make sure you grab one.
Also, don't forget to take them off before you throw your beer away.
Yeah,
I just did that.
And if you get one of these cappies from us, make sure you take them off before you throw your beer can away. Good morning, Scotty Iverson. He is here. Oh, and by the way, it's Dustin Strand's birthday coming up on Saturday, so wish him a happy birthday
Happy
early. How about
birthday
that?
early.
All right, K-Dog, Doogie, the Hausers are in the house. How you guys doing, man?
Nice how you rolled into the
You like that, huh?
house, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's happening?
This is his deal. I just showed up to watch.
Well,
so
are you racing buses too?
I think so.
Okay, and
I
you're
guess.
going to race bus?
Yep.
And you have a driver's license now.
Oh yeah, I've had one for like 2 years.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Like I've had it now for like 2
I mean-
years. I remember when a kid talked like this.
Right. And now he's got pubic hair and all that stuff. I mean, well, I think unless you shave.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Are you a manscaper?
He's a manscaper.
His
We can-
mom's
we can-
probably watching the show.
We can say it. Well,
Not
like she
manscaping.
doesn't know
If they
that.
can say it on TV, we can say it on Dirty Thursday,
Right, they have commercials
Manscaping.
about it.
Exactly.
Right.
Would you like to be that model? See, you got the Goodrich Grigla 500 hat on. Another
Yep.
great year of snowmobile racing for you.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. I had a blast racing for Team Carver.
And now you're already getting geared up for football.
Yeah, I had a 3-day camp. I literally just got done with it yesterday.
Wow. And you've been hitting the weight room a little bit?
4 days a week since my last race in April.
That's it? Just 4 days a week?
Yeah, well, you need a rest day in there, you know.
Well, there's 7 days in a week.
Yeah. Well,
Listen
you got
to
the
me.
weekends.
Listen to
Yeah.
me doing over my 12-ounce curls over
Yeah,
here talking
12 ounce
about
curls.
going to
No,
the
I
gym.
think, for you with all the sports you're in and everything you do, nothing really slows down.
No, not really.
Plus
With work and everything.
Yeah, in the beginning of the year, you were out here quite a bit helping with your dad with the track as well.
Not as much as past years. I was I mean, I'm making excuses, but I was kind of swamped between my work and helping my grandma out.
Okay, what do you do for your job?
I work at Stengel Signature Sign and Graphics.
Oh, okay.
And,
Sure.
I'll clean screens. I basically just do a bunch of housework around there.
Yeah.
And I missed the 3 days because I was at camp. And I get there today, and Matt goes, "The world fell apart while you were gone."
Did he make you wear the shirt?
He had to do everything
No,
himself.
No.
Oh, okay.
I have to wear work shirts
Say,
at work.
You're pretty smart to wear that shirt knowing you're coming on this show.
Free plugs.
So when it came time, Doogie, to get K-Dog racing in a bus, what did Mrs. Hauser have to say about that?
Well, I used to let him drive the buses around when he was small, and she went irate.
Yeah.
She didn't like that. And basically, all she said was when it came time for him last year to race one, she says, I don't got no choice now.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
He does a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You guys definitely put on a show.
yeah, he beat me.
Yeah, he did beat you. Yeah.
So
I was over here doing tires yesterday, and Marty comes over. He drives the flat nose bus, and he goes, "Don't worry about Doogie's bus, 'cause that's the one I was changing a tire on for him. He said, don't worry about Doogie's bus. He don't need no help. I take care of mine, would you?" I said, "Well, Doogie's is already done." So I said, "Yeah." He caught me just a little bit too late.
When
So-
you beat up on the old man last year racing buses, did you let him have it when he got home?
Oh no, he like rode my bumper like the whole first half of the race, and my bus was just quicker.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, go
Henceforth,
home.
Chad had to change a tire yesterday on my bus.
Yeah. The tire, like the outside of the right-hand tire on these buses, both his and Marty's was dry rotted to nothing, but his on Doogie's bus showing cords
Yeah.
on the right outside.
Wow.
Like there was a lot of torque on that tire. That thing was rolling over pretty hard. And if these things roll, that's not a good thing.
Oh, boy, they've been close. I've seen them close.
Oh, yeah. I was up on 2. I
Yeah,
think
last year.
Mike was probably about the closest to
I
going
think
over. And not
Connie
going
might have
over.
been up on 2 at one point in their
she couldn't.
career,
She
too.
never- She couldn't handle it.
Don't forget, guys, come on in and talk to us if you want a cup, koozie, or a cappy. Monty Stensland, can we have brewskis in the booth? If this is the booth, yes, we surely can, and that's what we are doing. I know you got to get back to work. You got to go back to work, too?
No?
No, he took vacation.
vacation. Oh, no, you're off. You took vacation to come in
I
here?
did.
Yeah?
You took a vacation day?
Well, you can't come here and not drink beer.
You want one of
With
these?
my
things?
job, I can't really
You know?
drink beer.
You want one of these things with a cappy on it?
Are you going to put it on there for me?
Yeah, you got a cappy?
We got a cappy.
Don't throw it away. I'll take a
Mine
cappy.
over there.
Chad didn't get one yet?
I got one. I got a cappy. It's on my monster.
All right,
I got to
so-
go back to work. So
Also, track prep. How are they going to do the demo and the bus races at the same day?
I haven't.
They haven't
They
quite
got to
figured
figure it
that
out. I'm just showing up and
Okay. And just doing what they tell you to
doing
do.
what I got to do.
Yeah.
Filling in the gaps where they say what's needed and what isn't.
Yeah. So you getting like the water truck and stuff around here too, don't you, during a race night?
yeah, every once in a while, I'm mainly in the tiller, but
Yeah. And so if you can drive any of that kind of stuff, a bus has got to be a piece of cake.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. You ever think about being a bus driver when you grow up?
No.
Because the way you guys race these buses, I recall when I was a kid living out in the middle of nowhere, you drove just like my bus driver did when I was a kid. And you know how many afternoons we spent in the ditch? And there's no cell phones.
no.
Like, we're in the ditch. What do we do now? Wait.
It's like that movie Billy Madison with with Chris Farley driving the bus. Good, great, grand, wonderful. No yelling on the bus.
That was pretty good.
Oh
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm fat like him too, so I got it. And the guys behind us don't even know what we're talking about, so I was just yelling for no reason.
No, they're on their phones. They got to figure it
They're
out.
on their phones.
Oh,
They're
boy.
probably watching live on their phones.
Just give a shout out to Probitas for all the stuff.
Oh, yeah. Probitas Promotions, by the way, if you see our koozies, if you do get the cappy for your beers or your beverage, those do, by the way, come from Probitas Promotions. And by the way, the food trucks are going to open up at the fair today at 11:30, from 11:30 to 1:30. The fair gates will not open until 4 o'clock today, but if you want some fair food, a lot of people come to the fair just for the food.
Yep.
11:30 till 1:30, so I'm guessing it's 11:30 now, or pretty darn close. But the
It's
food
on
trucks,
the nuts.
okay.
11:30.
Mike Carver, can they water down the track for Keegan so he's like driving a snowmobile on ice? Now you're part of the Carver Performance Race team now, correct?
Yes, I am.
And I've known Mike for many, many years. You guys put on a good show. I mean, you guys are pretty legit when you go out. And I mean, you can tell by just looking. All the social media, the replay, the video.
A lot of wins happened this winter.
Yeah.
Eight.
Got to be
Eight.
8 wins.
Yeah, he's just like no big
Out of
deal.
14.
Now,
Eight out of
is Mike,
14,
is he hanging it up?
I think so. Yeah, he's gonna
I mean,
hang it up.
He's getting up there. Mike, I'm not saying you're old, but I thought you had hung it up like 8 or 9 times ago already.
I think he did one time, and then he came back.
Okay.
And then he was like, well, I don't really want to be done yet. And then this time it was for good.
Yeah, I think that happens to a lot of racers. Though,
Sure,
when
it does.
They hang up for the first time, like, I gotta go again.
Yeah,
you know?
and the only way they don't is if they quit racing and stay away from it.
Right.
You know, don't ever show up at a snowmobile race or a car race or whatever, and you might be able to get away with that. But once you start going to spectate, you get that bug back.
Well, yeah. Mitch Johnson did it here. He came back at a John Sites and ran the Corbett for the hot laps or whatever, and all of a sudden now his car's back. So I mean, you never know what could happen when that happens. So yeah.
Well, I kind of hope Mike doesn't just walk away because we kind of need him for.
Well, yeah, I can't see him walking away from it. I can't. Steve McKeever, if you're wondering what a cappy is, it's this little thing. It says Dirty Thursday podcast on it. You put it on the tap of your beer or your pop, and it closes, so you don't get bees or hornets in it. You don't get dirt in it. And in fact, you could tip your beer over, and not much of it would spill out. So they're pretty cool if you guys want to stop in and get one.
This whole live camera thing is driving me crazy right now because I'm not sure what I can do with
I know.
my hands.
I know.
usually pick my nose a couple times.
Well, I'm usually switching cameras and things like that, too. So
Dale's got a question.
I just want to say a big shout out, big thanks for bringing the Demolition Derby back to Grand Forks. Lifelong fan of Demo Derby, and last year and this year, super glad. I'm going to be there. Check it out. I just love the Demo Derby.
Oh, yeah. Demo Derby is good
working.
time. Huh?
Aren't you working the Demo Derby?
Which days I am.
Yeah, if you were working, he's working.
Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday?
All right. Okay. Yeah, I said we'll find out when we get there.
Yeah,
because I'll be gone.
You're fishing.
Yeah, I'm in a fishing tournament. I'll be back Sunday.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yep. So, yeah, Friday, Saturday with me, big guy.
All right.
I know, I told myself, I'm like, if I'm not going to be working, I'm definitely going to be there watching.
There you go. There you go.
That's both of us. Heck yeah.
Connie's here now.
Connie's here. A lot of people are here.
She came waving.
I don't even. Okay, 23 minutes. I tell you what. Let's just take a little break here.
Break time.
Just a couple of things I do want to talk about. For one, Intimidator Polish. It's this new polish out there. I tell you what. Give your toys and your hauler the buff look with the buffer. Without the buffer, Intimidator Polish. You can see the link on GFBestSource.com. This stuff enhances shine, it protects, it preserves. It is really good stuff. And if you're looking for an oil change and more, Valvoline Instant Oil Change in Grand Forks, tell you what, when you're in a hurry, that's the place to go. I know how you can go get an oil change, and they say, yeah, just wait in line. You'll be coming up soon, and you're there 2 hours later. You're still not done with your oil change. I go to Valvoline Instant Oil Change. I'm usually in and out of there in about 20 minutes. They do everything, too. Tire rotations, tranny and coolant flushes, batteries. Let's see, lights, wipers, cabin air filter. You get a discount for fleets in the military. They can text and email invoices and coupons. And if you tell them Grand Forks Best Source sent you, they will knock $10 off your oil change. For a complete oil change and more, 3325 South 38th Street. You can call them, 701-780-8462. Tell them Grand Forks Best Source sent you to Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Doogie, K-Dog, we got a whole bunch of people. We talked to Dustin Strand with his daughter. Let's get Mike to wheel in over here a little bit, too.
Right.
We're going to rotate.
I'm out.
Okay, you have yourself a beer. Kick back for a little bit.
I opened one and even put a cappy on it for you.
All right, you got the cappy. Mike,
Cappy.
and thanks for coming in. I'm trying to
I'm not
shuffle
going
people
far.
out. Okay, good.
I'll be over there if you want me back.
He's
All
gonna-
right.
Especially if those still stay there.
Yeah. We might just take these over and give them to Doogie.
Yeah, look at Amanda Joe says, love this camera action today. Can see everything Chad does.
Amanda,
Sit here.
it's just
Who
weird.
else wants to join us?
Bring the Barnes kid over.
Bring the Barnes kid over.
Get over here.
Come on, you can sit down with us.
Oh, I watched him rock the go-karts yesterday.
This kid's been on the show a bunch of times. How you doing?
Good.
I think
Good.
he knows how to do this here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's been on the show before. How you doing?
Doing good.
How you
If you don't know Mike Mesheski, fire and rescue crew here at River City Speedway. You have been for a long time, and you're going to be running a bus?
Yes.
How many times have you
Yes.
raced the bus?
This will be the second.
Okay.
Colors.
Let's put this up a little closer. Okay, your second time. How'd you do your first time?
Good until Tommy decided to take me out in corner 2, and I did a 180 with a bus.
Tommy Hoffland took you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Did
that's
you
when
fight in the-
he almost rolled last
Yeah, I know.
year.
Did
Yeah.
you fight in the pits afterwards?
No. No.
No, they
I
were
would've
pretty
paid
cool
to see
about it
that.
when they were done.
Yeah, I would have paid to see that, though.
It was more like, did you see the save I had?
Yeah,
that was
no kidding.
more than what I got out of it. Like,
Yeah.
and he did a really good job saving
no
that thing.
kidding. I would think that there'd be a short change or a pants change after that because you get a bus spinning around. That's
Yeah.
a long.
Well, he was wearing his fire suit, so we don't know what's happening underneath. So I mean, he was okay.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
They put on a show. I
they
mean,
sure do.
It's and fans love it. They love watching it, and they do a good job with it. I think it's a good thing to add on with the Demolition Derby. I think it's a great thing. You're looking a little. See, this is what I don't like about the camera angle. I can't see anything behind me. All they see is a guy in blue. Oh. You stop.
Somebody just
really
behind you.
Doogie did, didn't he? Yep, he's over there flashing people, and I didn't even see it.
180 Mesheski, do you plan to keep the bus in the right direction this time? That's a question from Chris.
I hope so.
Oh, Chris is watching, yeah? That's the plan. He's always up there running, so...
Have you guys got the buses going already? Have you been driving them around? Or
No, I haven't. I was over here the other night, and Keith was busy getting everything ready for the fair. And been waiting for the phone call to come over and help. And nothing's happened.
All right.
So far, buses are moved into the pit area. They look good. We were here moving around some tires yesterday, so I think they'll be ready to rock and roll. It'll be good. I think it's gonna be a fun time. No, regardless, Saturday's gonna be a fun. Starts at 2 on Saturday, so that's a little different, right? So. And I'm just glad they added the bus race to that because Demolition Derby went pretty quick last year.
And it's supposed to be the smaller ones this time, the smaller cars.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're not going to have the 2 classes in.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So the smaller cars then add the bus races to that.
Sure.
So, it could be a bus race Demolition Derby too.
Ooh.
Oh, and Dale's like, yeah, bring it. Blaine, what do you think about that, Blaine?
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
I think we should get those demo cars to go race with the buses.
Look at this kid. He's got his all Missouri fair.
What do you work here? Or what?
Yeah.
Aren't you a little young to work here? Yeah, don't they have child labor
laws around here or what? Oh,
yeah.
I get the pace car for the school buses.
No way.
Really?
Really?
In your cart again?
Yeah.
That was cool that you did that last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't that neat how you got on? I don't think you wanted to get off the track, did you?
No.
No, I didn't. It didn't sound like it.
Hey,
no.
did you race last night?
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I got 4th.
Fourth.
The track was really slippery.
Oh.
Since they watered it and then it rained and then they watered it again.
Oh, sure. Sound like a typical race car driver.
Yeah.
Yep. Blame it on the track.
Always track's fault. Yep. Driver had nothing to do with it.
You're having a good year, though, aren't you?
Yep.
How many wins have you got this year?
1.
Just one?
One
you've
win,
only
but-
raced a few times.
Yeah, but he's still the cart looks awesome. He's competitive as all get out. Last year's state champion. I think the year before he's state champion. So I mean, I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to drive a sprint car.
You don't want to drive a sprint car.
What do you want to race?
Hopefully we can get into a legend.
A legend.
A legend.
And then after the legend,
Late model.
late model.
There you go.
There it is.
That's worth a round of applause.
Yeah, his dad's probably puckering the butt right now just to think about driving that stuff.
You better win a whole bunch of money in that legend before you get
right
up there.
It's so cool to watch him. I'm so excited to watch him race and do things. It's neat to see him out and about and know those things. And we see each other every Friday night, don't we? We fist bumps all the time, so it's good stuff.
I wanted to ask you, Mike, being with the fire and rescue crew here, we all know what happened to Mark Dobmeyer with the burns of the legs, and we had that same thing kind of happen here with the World of Outlaws. And the kid still got some issues. I believe he might even still be hospitalized. If I was talking
He's at
to
home.
Dobmeyer. He is home now.
He's home, but he's all wrapped up still.
And you guys are right down in the action there. From up in the booth, didn't look like anything. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything. And then you find out that he got burned pretty bad. How do you approach something like that when you can kind of tell there must be something going on if they're rolling around, but you really can't see flame, can you?
It wasn't the flame. You could feel the heat.
You could feel the heat.
Yeah.
So you knew it was on fire.
And when we first come up to the car, you could see the flames coming up in front of them.
Okay.
And
yeah,
and then once Jared got him out of the car, that's when we started dousing the car. And we just couldn't get the fire out because he had a rag wrapped around the filter.
Oh.
And the rag kept reigniting.
Sure. Wow. Why would you have a rag wrapped around the filter?
Well,
probably leaking.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what he was trying to do with it. When I was down there with everybody, the World of Outlaws guys and stuff, and these guys did a great job getting down there in time. But at that point in time, you ripped the guy out of there. That's what they pretty much Jared just did. I mean, there was no question, ifs, ands, or buts. And then Mike and Scott came with extinguishers, and they were going to town. And then we found that after the fact because we're like, why isn't this going out? And the World of Outlaws guys are yelling at us. And here we find a rag underneath there. It's still lighting. And so it's nothing that they're doing. It's just the rag that lit on fire.
Sure.
The funny part about the whole thing is that I'm fine. His obviously his everything is all he's all intense and everything like that, right? And so he's like, I'm fine, no problem, I'm good. And all of a sudden, I got the medics out there, and they start cutting off. Don't cut my fire suit. Fire suit.
It's a brand new suit.
Brand new suit. And they started cutting it. And he goes, I'm fine. They lifted the leg up. Skin came with it. It was all after that.
Yeah, even Dobmeyer was telling me about the thing in Arizona. He said when it first happened, he didn't think anything of it.
Right.
He said he was taking selfies in the ambulance thinking, this will be nothing.
Right.
Well, it takes sometimes 24 to 48 hours or whatever for a burn to completely show itself.
Yeah.
And to do and show the damage that has been done. And
so we're just fortunate and lucky that he's good, man. That's the best part about the whole thing.
Absolutely.
And that's why we have the best in the business here in Grand Forks.
Yeah. You guys are kind of the unsung heroes of this place. Every racetrack needs it, and you guys do awesome work.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun because, like I said, you guys don't get the dues maybe that is deserved, but when they let you go out and race a bus, it's got to kind of make up for it a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's a good time. And
yep.
I'm pretty excited to go do it.
I would.
He don't smile that often, so he's pretty excited. Right?
Just one of these days, I was hoping they'd ask me if I could race a bus, but I know they won't because I'm always about 4
you're
years
gone.
deep.
Connie's gone, and you're gone. So
yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the funny part. That's the funny part is I got to race Connie's bus. So
yeah.
Am I a hired gun this year?
Oh, probably.
You're the hired shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Connie's gone. Oh, yeah.
You ruined it. I'm going to kill you, she said. I'll kill you.
Hey, that was live.
That
was live. We heard that live. So if Mike disappears.
Yeah, if we find Mike dead tomorrow.
Yep, we know.
Yep.
We know.
She's
John. Blaine, what do you think? Buddy, you having fun?
Yeah.
You having fun? Good. I just love this kid. All right, keep going.
Amanda Joe says, fire and safety crews at River City Speedway and like River City Speedway make me feel so comfortable bringing my classes to race there. And that is a deal. That's a big deal. I know Dobmeyer said he won't go anywhere anymore without an ambulance there, and because I think they didn't have one in Arizona or something like that. But anything you want to add before I kick your butt out of here?
No, I'm good. Just thank you for having me again, and it was a fun time.
We'll get you back on the show in a regular one in the studio, one of these probably.
Yeah, this is so cool.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is the full camera all the time.
I know.
Because I can't goof around like I usually do behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, we're watching it all now. You
have a question from Blaine, Dale?
Don't work too hard this week. Oh, got a question for you.
Yeah, hey, Blaine, so I've been watching you guys at the tracks. I'm helping film for you guys this season. I saw you when you got your win earlier this season doing the donuts. What inspired you to do that? That looked so cool.
I don't really know. I just saw a lot of movies, and I kind of like doing that because it looked funny. And I just like doing donuts.
I saw a lot of movies.
Yeah,
this is what I want to do.
Did you almost roll?
Yeah.
You did.
I was two-wheeling it.
So if you were celebrating and doing donuts and rolled your go-kart, what would your dad say?
He'd probably start laughing.
Oh, you think? Oh, you think he probably would start laughing?
Maybe. But he'd be mad at the same time.
Yeah, he would be. I think he'd laugh a little bit and be mad at the same time. You're correct, buddy. You're correct.
All right.
Okay, guys.
All right. Well, thank you, guys.
Hey,
Thanks for coming in. Let's get a couple
Blaine.
more in here. Who wants to come in next?
Take your cup, buddy.
Get some
That's
of these
yours.
late model guys. Come on.
Cheers.
All right. We can share a mic.
I'll get up. I got to go, too, so.
Oh, you're leaving, too?
I'm out.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Hey, thank you, man.
Hey, you bet. Hey, guys. All right.
Yeah, one of you guys can sit here.
Yeah, not Edgington, though. I don't want this thing cursed.
I don't blame you there.
All right. Put the mic right up front. Yeah, if you want to put headphones on, you can.
I don't need headphones. No headphones?
All right.
Okay.
Shane Edgington, John Sang, Jesse Tunis. Am I right?
Yeah.
Got them all. I couldn't. I didn't think I would. The 80s was hard on me.
You got us all.
Before we start, congratulations last week. First win.
Thank you.
How do you think that went for you? Good time?
Yeah, I mean, it was as fun as it could have been. It was kind of under unfortunate circumstances, but you take them out, you get them, I suppose.
Yeah, it was funny because I was sitting at the Broken Drum the other day, and I know that shocks a lot of you. Bartender gives me a beer, and she goes, "That's from him," and pointed, and I go, I couldn't hardly see. And was it John saying, "Oh, geez, I didn't even know you were there." So, and then what made me feel real bad, a little while later, I looked over and you were gone. And I'm like, he's gone. Well, he said goodbye to you and you ignored him. And I'm like, he did? I didn't know it. So my apologies.
You're off in your own land. That's okay, though.
Well, was my wife with me, though, I think?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. My apologies.
Right.
My apologies. All right, man, take care. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good.
I don't think have we had you on the show before?
Once last year, yeah.
Once last year? Gosh, we've done so many of these, I tend to forget. But how's your year going for you so far?
It's going pretty good. Just running okay. Just could use a little bit of luck here and there.
Yeah, yeah. So you guys are in Ada tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Devil's Lake tomorrow.
Yeah.
Here,
Fergus and Devils.
Fergus tomorrow. Okay, yeah. I keep thinking today's Friday. Okay, and then and then back
it's
here on Sunday.
It's called Dirty Thursday.
I know. It's these things. And then I got to go to a meeting tonight and then have more of these things because we're in a fishing tournament tomorrow. But how's your year going? Obviously, you got the win.
Yeah, no, it's going pretty well. Kind of left off where we ended last year, so that's kind of good. Mm-hmm. And just keep learning and keep progressing, I suppose.
Yeah. And you, Shane, don't always see you here. You're going to go wherever you can. What do you run? 4 nights a week, probably average?
Yeah, we run 3 to 4 nights a week. We went down to Cedar Lake there last weekend for the Masters, and we did pretty decent there one night, and then didn't make the show the other night, but then we had another good finish the last night, so that was good.
Mm-hmm. What'd you do in the off season? I mean, I know you come down here in the States for months at a time, and then you go back home. Are you getting to the point now where you're maybe thinking I should be a dual citizen?
If I could be, I would. Trust me.
Yeah.
But no, we went home and worked our butts off there, and we built a bunch of race cars for myself and a bunch of people. We built Jesse's car with him, and we just stay busy in the shop and try to get ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm. Now, you hail from?
Winnipeg.
And you?
Lockport.
Lockport.
He's about 10 minutes away from me.
Okay. You ever do any catfishing up at Lockport?
No,
not exactly. No,
we don't.
No. We ever thought about a lot of fishing.
See, I know a lot of guys that go up there. They make a trip up there because the catfishing is so incredible up there, and I want to try it one time. But so's the walleye fishing. You're not a big catfish guy, I take it.
Well, I can just go to the store and buy it.
Well, no, we don't eat it. We just catch them because they're so fun. They're so big. But
hey, catfish isn't bad. Terry Casey made me catfish down in Florida one time, and it was pretty tasty.
Yo, catfish can be good. It's a little greasy and a little oily, but I'm all about the grease and the oil. That's just kind of the way I roll. New car. When's the last time you had a new car?
It's been a couple of years.
Yeah. Is it a big difference? Is it a big adjustment?
Yeah, just from the older Masterbuilt that I did have to this newer MB that I got, it's just massively different. Like the frame's not hitting the ground anymore because the suspensions have changed in them so much over the years. That was a new thing to get used to. It's like, yeah, I can feel the right front now actually like do its job, and then
right,
and that just changes how you drive the car, and then progressively get better with it too.
Sure. And wearing the Scott Bloomquist shirt, gotta like that. That's all right. It'd be a dumb question to say, how'd you get your number 21? But I think we all know.
Yeah, we were at, my mom and dad and I were at Paradiso, I don't even know however long ago, trying to figure out what number, and I think it was my mom or someone said just reverse the 12.
Yeah.
That was the old go-karting number, and now it's on the late model.
Yeah. Now, before you jumped into a late model, you were like doing drifting and stuff, weren't you?
Yep. I hadn't been in a drift car for probably 2 or 3 years before I started doing the dirt track stuff. But, yeah, I did that throughout high school and a little bit of college.
Where can you find a place to do that? I mean, do they have races or competitions? Or
Yep.
I don't quite get the drifting thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine, especially the way people are complaining about tire prices now.
No
but
yeah.
Is it really a race?
It's not racing. It's just more of like a, I don't know, motorsport.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely like competitive, but I wouldn't really call it racing at all.
Isn't it kind of like follow the leader and whoever
kind of, yeah, like
smokes the most?
Yeah, there's 2 cars that go and one like leads and one follows.
Yep.
And it's like if you're leading, it's kind of like how good of a line that you run and how fast you go on and stuff like that. And then the following car is like how well that they like mimic what they're doing.
Okay.
And then they reverse.
What is more fun?
Definitely.
Late model or drifting?
Definitely dirt track stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to be back in a drift car just to try it out and see what it's like now and just to have some fun. But definitely, I miss the competitive side of driving. So late model is definitely more fun.
Yeah, and that would be weird for me because it was like, okay, I won the drift race, but did I really win? You know what I mean? To me, a race is whoever finishes first.
Yeah, it's like a bracket style. It's like basically a tournament. So
okay, kind of cut and dried
it's
anyway.
Like qualifying, and then they just line you up in a bracket, and then you like first goes against like 32nd, and then you just run through the bracket. So
now, all you guys running, I know you run a pretty heavy schedule. You guys plan on doing most of the NLRA stuff and more, or what's your schedule look like?
Grand Forks full season, and then the NLRA full season with that, and then see how the car is after the sites race. Maybe go hit up a couple of specials at the end of the year.
Sure.
That's about.
Now, do you have a real life besides racing?
Yeah.
Do you work, and what do you do?
Yeah, no, I'm a heavy duty tech, and then work Monday to Friday. Not
real life.
Not this week, but
okay, what's a heavy duty tech?
like truck trailers.
Oh,
all
okay.
The highway stuff. Yeah.
Okay, thought you were gonna say the opposite of light duty. I don't know.
That's what they call us at home.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And what do you do?
I just work for the family at SNS. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you build race cars.
Well, I work in the wintertime, actually. We do elevators and stuff in the wintertime.
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah.
Boy, what a great time to work in the winter up there, huh?
Yeah, it's cold.
Are you talking like grain elevators or elevators in
people
building?
elevators,
People
yeah.
move okay, like an Otis type thing.
Yeah, that's who I was working for actually this winter was Otis.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah, we were doing a big 45-story building this winter. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, man, that's...
Don't be scared of heights.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I would not be able to do it. It's funny because we went to Chicago and looking at the Sears Tower, whatever that big tower is, and looking at it. My wife's, come on, let's go. I'm like, no fucking way I'm going on that thing. I stayed down and waited. I stayed down and waited. You should see me fly. Heavily sedated. Robin says that's one heck of a crew you have now. Congrats to John and his win in DL. We're not hearing you through the wall. Good luck to all of them during the next 4 nights. Yeah, Robin can usually hear us getting pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Dirty Thursday. Speaking of you, John, your old man was with you. Where'd he go? He chickened out, didn't he?
I think he snuck off to go get a haircut, but he probably has time to swing by. I don't know.
Okay, he snuck off to get a haircut. All right, we'll let that one go
That's
for now.
That's an excuse.
Yeah. So when you're here, do you go back home after the races, or do you stick around here too in the summer?
Yeah, no, I'll go back home on Sundays and then go work Monday to Friday. I'm
Okay.
off at 2, so then I got enough time to drive back down here and then go all weekend again and then repeat the process.
And you are staying here. Where are you staying now?
At SNS, still at headquarters there. We got the motorhome and everything parked there, so we just stay there all week and then usually leave Thursdays or on the road.
Well, it's kind of a nice deal, though, huh?
Yeah, it works out great. Brad and them are really good to me and give me
Sure.
a place to work out of and everything, so it definitely helps out.
Yeah, and he's got great people that work for him, too. I
Yeah.
mean, I know so many people that work at SNS, just great people to hang around with. Jason Berg says congratulations on the win, by the way.
Thank
He's
you.
watching the show, and thanks, Jason, for watching. And again, if anybody wants to come up and have any questions, again, we'll get you a koozie, and we'll get you one of these cappies. They are so cool. Did you guys all get a cappy yet?
You bet.
All right. What did I miss? Anything?
I don't think so. I think you're doing pretty good.
It's weird because I really don't have the notes like I do, but I'm used to talking to one or two people, not shuffling people in and out and in and out.
Yeah,
And I
well,
feel bad because people are here and they're waiting, and then I kick them out after 10, 12 minutes. But I figure if people got to get back to work too.
Well, it's good when you got a lineup of people coming on.
It is. And I notice all you guys being the true race car drivers you are, none of you have a beer in your hand, which is, I suppose that's a no-no on race day.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
See if they rain out.
I get, yeah. Cross your fingers, right? The difference between the tracks you guys are going to go to this weekend, is there a big difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all got their unique features, I always say. And I said I've been traveling around a lot, and we're very, very fortunate for the tracks we get to run around here. Because I've been on the road a lot and been to a lot of tracks. And once you come back home, I told Brad, it took me 3 years to figure it out, but we've got a lot of good tracks around here, and we're very fortunate in the ones we get to race at.
And I mean, I'm not comparing the Lightning Sprints to the late models, but when those guys come up for that tour from Colorado, California, and all that, they just rave about the racetracks around here. They say they are completely different what they're racing on out there. Yeah. And I don't think a lot of people, they kind of take that for granted, especially the fans.
Well, yeah, I've been to, like I say, this is one of the best tracks to watch it. Usually, like there's not a bad seat in the house, and I said you can tell what the track's going to be like when you roll in the pit gate about how much track equipment they have.
Oh, sure.
So when I roll into the tracks and they only got a water truck, I know I'm in for a rough night.
Yeah. Oh, I suppose. and a lot of the people get mad too if they go out there and tickle the track between races and stuff, but it's all for the good of the racing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, nobody wants to go see a follow the leader race.
No.
You want to see a race.
Yeah. That's why it's called racing. So
Yeah.
they try to do the best job they can, and Doogie does a hell of a job here. So yeah.
Yeah, and big deal if you got to wait another 10 minutes to watch a good race.
Exactly.
I definitely would rather wait the 10 minutes.
Well, and they got Busch Light here now, so they're selling more of that.
Isn't that a game changer? Isn't that a game changer? All right, well, I'm going to cut you guys loose.
Perfect.
Thank you guys for coming in. I want to be reading about you guys all weekend, all right?
Let's hope
and
so.
I will be back on Sunday, so I'll get to be here for Sunday's
All right, good luck
racing, and
in
I
the
can't
fishing.
wait. Hey, thanks, guys. Thank you. There you go. All right, Jesse, John, and Shane, come on in, Jory. We had to get him some of this Dirty Thursday luck. Wherever you want. It doesn't matter.
I'll sit here.
Sure. Did you ever find your oar? Isn't that what you were looking for, or a paddle? What were you looking
I
for?
was looking for broken goalie sticks.
A broken goalie stick.
Yeah,
that's what it
I
was.
needed.
What are you building?
Well, with the go-karts, instead of bending over to push them, you just cut the little notch in the
little
paddle of the
notch.
hockey stick and push them around.
I
But
never
I have
thought of
one,
that.
and it seems like everyone wants to borrow it, so if I can
Really?
get a bunch and make a bunch and give them away.
Let me look. I might have one at home. I know I did.
Yeah,
It
hopefully
might-
everyone that I got them from knows that I'm cutting them up, but they're broken anyways. So
Right. Okay, because I do know a couple of goalies too,
There we
college
go.
goalies. So
the
they
more
can,
I can get, the better I can get them out to people. So
perfect. Box Carvanilla Cycles event at Buffalo River Speedway coming up. Tell us about it.
Well, be July 9th, Buffalo River. We're doing it again. I think this is our third year promoting a race there. It's 1,000 to win B mods. Waisoda A mods are there, and Waisoda Street Stocks are there. So we're doing that with Jason, and then that was close.
Yeah.
I almost took out my
Yourself
eye.
took your eyeball out.
Workman's comp here. But no, we'll have those three classes, and with Jason, he lets us kind of just come in and do what we want, and with Ryan, he comes in with a little bit of money to help out with it. It's just all about giving back to racing and just having a good time. And then Chubbs Grover is going to be there with Backstretch Productions. He's going to be there. He's going to be filming a bunch of stuff.
Chubbs.
Chubbs. Brennan
Okay.
Grover,
I never heard him called Chubbs before.
That's my daughter doesn't even know his real name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's all she calls him.
Kind of fitting.
Yeah. Hey, the shoe fits, right?
I'm hoping he's watching.
Yeah,
Anyway.
hopefully. If
So
not-
is it being a promoter, do you just write the check, or are there things you got to do besides racing the BO?
So it's easier if I just write the check, bring the money in, and then kind of step back because they do it the week to week.
Yeah, and he knows they know what they're doing over there. They do a great job.
Exactly. So for me to just kind of sit back and wait for, any time that I need to be involved in it, then they can come find me. They know where I'm at.
Right.
Not really that hard of a person to find, but when God, if shit hits the fan or something like that, then they can come find me. We can figure it out. But
Right.
it's gone pretty smooth the last 2 years, and it's
Good.
been pretty decent. And then got a lot of shit because at the end of the year last year, I won the first night of it. And
Yep.
so, you like winning your own money? I'm like, yeah, it's
Well,
actually kind of nice. Yeah.
It's better than losing my own money.
Yeah, it's the only time I ever get money from Boxcar for my racing program is when I win it. So.
People were giving you some raised eyebrows, maybe, but
Yeah,
not right.
Yeah,
it's
no.
rigged. Yeah.
Yeah, patting the tech guy on the wallet on
Yeah.
the way through tech.
Yeah, that's it. What's your schedule like for this weekend?
We're going to race tonight with the Rebel Tour in Ada.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get that one in. And then Rebel Tour here. And then I'm going to skip the Greenbush race and go to Devil's Lake and stick with that because we're leading the points up there.
Sure.
And then Sunday, we're going to go down to Glen and race the Rebel Tour down there.
Awesome.
And then we did go-karts last night. So
Yeah.
It's been busy.
Who's racing the cart?
The karts?
Yeah.
So my daughter races.
Okay.
And my niece just started this year, and they're 5 months apart.
Who's the niece?
Harper Dudgeon.
Ross.
Ross Dudgeon, yeah.
We were talking about you a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, no.
I was out there. Well, Ross's wife is my niece.
Oh, no way.
I didn't know if you knew that. Lisa.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's my niece.
No,
and
that's
so we were
crazy.
out there, and he started talking about go-karts, and I'm like, you really have a go-kart? Yeah, well, she's racing and stuff. I'm like, what? Really? I didn't know. And then he mentioned your name, and I'm like, oh, and then he kind of explained how everything worked out. And it's like, I've got to remember that for the next time I see Jory. And of course, I forgot about
We're
it.
shoestring cousins.
Man, being out there for the go-karts this season, I've been filming for him this season, and I'm just getting more and more into it, and the more I learn all the classes and all that. And boy, did we luck out yesterday.
Oh,
I think
man.
everyone thought for sure that we're just bracing for it to come down, but it got the whole night in.
Yeah, me and my dad helps Brody Eckert, and they raced last night down in Ada, the hobby stock, which he ended up winning, but my dad and we were all watching the weather down there, thinking that it was going to come our way and just start pouring on us. I think they actually ended up canceling during their sport mod feature.
Oh, really?
Because they rained out, I think. Don't quote me on it, but yeah, they got the hobby stocks in. So
yeah, because we had league fishing last night, and people were talking as of noon. Oh, what are we going to do? We're on. Well, there's a chance of lightning. Well, that's a chance. You're in an aluminum boat with 10-foot long lightning rods made out of fiberglass in your hand. It's not the good combination, but you kept watching the radar, and it just kept going. In Grand Forks, I don't know what the deal is. It just seems to skirt to one side or another, no matter what. Uh-huh. Well, I know everybody says it's the fork in the river, and maybe that is, but I know there's a fork in the river in Thief River Falls, and that didn't mean dang shit for that. They still get all the storms, but you're running pretty good again this year. You've been having a couple of really good years.
Yeah, they're just kind of stringing them together, really. It helps now that I have my back surgery.
Yeah.
It helps a lot.
See, right now I can't hardly walk.
Oh, man. Get it fixed,
and
man.
I kept thinking about you. Well, I already have twice.
Well, it just third time's the charm, right?
Yeah, well.
Or 3 strikes, you're out. One of the two.
One of the two. It helps without having the back. You're winning races. How many have you got this year?
I've gotten 3 so far, and then a handful of seconds.
Yeah, and you're leading the points at Devil's Lake.
Yep.
And how are you running here, do you know?
I think I'm like 2 out or something
You're
like that.
probably top 3 in just about every track you're at, I'm guessing.
Well, yeah, we've only ran 8 at once. So,
okay.
I mean, we've kind of been sticking to what we're doing right now at Grand Forks and Devil's Lake,
Yep.
and then we're obviously really busy with the go-kart stuff, so we haven't got to travel much, but I think we're like 20th in the nation and leading state points again, so that's good.
It's kind of cool when you get to the point in your career where people know who you are. They see you pull up to the racetrack and they, the BO is here, Berg is here. It's kind of cool when people start to know who you are, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's just kind of, I'm just the kid that grew up watching racing from the grandstands here, so I'm just having fun doing it.
The paparazzi doesn't bother you?
A little bit.
Yeah, they quit bugging me about coming on their damn shows on Thursday.
No.
So you guys ready to go for tonight?
Pit lizards.
Pit lizards.
Pit lizards, yeah. That's what we need those hockey sticks for, so we can get them out of the trailer.
Yeah, there you go.
Shoo them out with the hockey sticks.
It's funny. Jeez, look, there goes another guy we know. All kinds of people here. Car loaded. Y'all ready to go?
Nope. I actually just got off of work and was driving in, and I actually was on Facebook driving in and going, oh, shit, I forgot about this. Oh, no. I was like, I better go there real quick. And so the car's not loaded. Still got go-karts in it from last night. But the car's ready to go. All we got to do is change gears, and that takes 5 minutes. And load up and head to Ada. Hopefully, like I said, we get it in. But
I asked the late model guys this question. I'll ask you, too. How much of a difference is it from track to track to track that you're going to be running this weekend? Is there a lot of gear changes? Is there a lot of different ways you have to set up the car? Is there a different way you have to drive the car?
Ada to Grand Forks is night and day different. Different gears, different setup, sometimes different shocks, depending on what it is, especially tires. That's our big game right now, is playing with staggers and stuff like that.
Sure.
So between Grand Forks and Devil's Lake, all we really change is a little bit of the chassis setup, and then we have a different set of tires for Devil's Lake because it's so much faster than what Grand Forks is. Grand Forks it's pretty slow compared to what it used to be.
Yep.
I mean, Devil's Lake is stupid fast. It's you're a foot from the edge and you're on the top, wide open, and you better hang on because you're gonna go for a ride.
Is that what you prefer?
Yeah. I like a little bit more moisture than. I mean, we can all drive down a gravel road and race on that if we want, but I don't know. I just like a little bit more hammer down, rougher tracks, or seem to be a little bit better for me.
Well, whatever you're doing, it's working.
I think it's just the old school stuff that my dad taught me growing up.
Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah. Stick with it, huh?
Yeah, just keep doing it. It seems to be rolling for us in the right direction, so
really
can't complain yet.
A lot of the times at this time of an interview, I'd ask you if you plan on staying in a B-mod forever, but I know with a daughter growing up, you're busy. It ain't easy, and first things first. I mean, we all know that. Kids come before anything. Do you see yourself continuing a B-mod? Do you see yourself maybe when she gets a little older doing something different, or maybe not even waiting that long?
There's been a lot of talk lately, and we'll just leave it
at that.
Yeah. So,
All right. So, but hopefully we'll be one of the first ones to know if something changes.
we can definitely make that happen.
That is
That's
awesome.
true.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I don't know if I got anything more for him.
I guess the only other thing I had, you're talking about going on all these tracks. Do you have any like certain like rituals you like to do before each track and you go along? Like, Ada, maybe I do set this up a certain way, or like a special like pre-race like meal or something like that. Tai Chi, yeah. Meditation.
You see what I look like? I ain't doing no Tai Chi or yoga. I'm curling cheeseburgers, man.
Heck yeah.
No, as far as like ritual, I would just say that I spend a lot of time looking at the track. If I go somewhere, like we went down to Arizona this winter, I think I spent more time sitting on the corners of those tracks, watching them work the track, just to try to learn as much as I can before I get in a car to get on it.
Are you one of those guys that walks around with a screwdriver in your pocket and you poke at the track as you're walking around it?
No, I'm not that cool.
Years ago, back when Fargo used to be the half mile, I was helping a guy when we were running 360 sprints when the Outlaws were there, and here Carl Kinzer was up there, and I happened to be walking. I was going to walk a lap around the track, and I ended up walking a lap with him. And so I saw that he had a screwdriver, and he'd reach down and poke. So every once in a while, he'd reach down and poke the track. So I'd wait for a minute, and I'd reach down and poke the track. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but it was kind of fun.
I think the best thing I've ever seen was at the Stampede one year. It was like 8:30 in the morning on, I think it was like the Saturday portion. And Ward Emery's dad with a cup of coffee and a lawn chair put it right up on turn 3 and watched him work the track for like 2-3 hours. He just sat there and just watched. It was just the coolest thing ever.
Just taking it in.
Yeah.
Some people want Netflix, not him.
Back then I was drinking, so I wasn't going to go up there because I wasn't feeling the best. So I laid in the trailer a good majority of that day.
Wow. We're getting some odd texts here now.
Oh, boy.
A lot of rituals coming in.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but all right. Hey, you want to sit back in again, or can we wrap this up? What do you want to do? I'm getting kind of thirsty. What do you think?
Oh yeah, yes, definitely. It's been an adventure getting things going. We got it going.
Yeah.
Jory's number.
What?
Give Rita Jory's number.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. A little worried.
Yeah. Somebody's watching the show.
Yeah, we'll have chili again at the sites. Friday. Yeah.
All right, I'm there this time. I always say that, but I'm there this time.
40 pounds of it.
Jeez.
It's getting to the point where we're almost having to make more.
Yeah, that's how you get that buff look.
Yeah,
Chili.
that's how I slow everyone down. I don't eat it myself. I just give it to everyone to race against.
I'm pretty sure Rita is a 300-pound guy named Chuck.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that number. Forward that to somebody.
Send it this weekend, Jory. According to Paul Erickson, John Falk, love to see the live show. Boy, you guys, thanks everybody for texting today. We had a slew of guests just kind of in and out and shuffling people around and a lot of things going on. But again, we are going to be here. What do we got coming up here? Big screens and TV streams at 1 o'clock. We got the Fork Sports Highway Show at 6:30 tonight, too. So we're just going to be kind of camped out here all day. And it's going to be a good time. Come on in. And you know what? Participate a little bit with these guys during these shows because they're going to have some giveaways too. And we also want to thank Rumor Sports Bar and Casino, BT and Jake and that whole crew over there, Scotty. They do such a great job. We love that place. If you like sports or horse racing or betting or food or beer, they've got it all of it, and it's all very good. In fact, let's see, today's special at Rumors from 5 to 11, sandwich and a side for just $7. BT will be having some more of those sports memorabilia cards shows coming up too. We'll be talking about that on a show coming up here at Grand Forks Best Source sometime soon. But wanted to thank you for coming in. Doogie, K-Dog, Jesse, Shane, John, Mike.
Yeah.
Who? Dustin Strand and his daughter. There we go. Did I miss any?
Blaine Barns.
Oh, yeah, Blaine Barns. I forgot about him,
when
too.
I was walking up.
Oh, yeah. He's...
Punched me in the shoulder. He goes, go get him, champ.
Yeah, kid's a natural. I mean, he is. You put him on a camera, and it's just like, this is what I do.
Breeze.
This is what I do.
Go-karts for him, you know?
Oh, yeah. He said he got 4th last night, though, and then he blamed it on the track.
Yeah, he wasn't very happy.
Yeah.
That is a true racer right there.
That's what I told him.
Get 4th and just blame everyone but yourself.
Yeah, Doogie never hears that. Oh, boy.
That track was something else, that first set of waves, because it was drizzling like off and on before everything got going, and it was just, I think almost every single heat, the first set of heats had at least a couple of cautions. But they got through it. They got through the night.
Wow, I'm amazed they did. And I know Kenny really wanted to get through it because he was getting those raffle ticket money, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I had to bring mine over to him yesterday.
It was a late night. I was eating Chinese food by myself over there at 11:30 at night.
Really?
Yeah, ready
it was
to go
that
home.
late, huh? Man.
They're still going.
Yeah, I think it was like about a little before 11 when they wrapped. Yeah.
What time did you go to work?
I think I got in there yesterday about 5:30 for cars. And by the time the last race wrapped up, I did one interview with Cash there. I think by that wrapped, it was just before 11.
Yeah, and then did you have to go to work last night too?
No. Yep.
Okay, that makes a big difference. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, I got big props to setting everything up. You were like networking like crazy this week, so big shout out for everyone coming in.
This is great. This is awesome. We figured out a few things. We worked out a few bugs. Next year when we set up here for the fair, it'll just be that much more smooth. Jory Berg, thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Looking forward to seeing you again soon on the racetrack. You'll be here. Oh, you won't be here this weekend, will you?
Friday.
Friday, yeah, I won't be here, so I won't see you then. But anyway, I'm going fishing. So, all right, again, thank you to all the guests. Thank you to all of our sponsors for bringing you Dirty Thursday today.
SD card in it.
What happened?
No, I got it back.
Okay.
Again, make sure to catch big screens and TV streams at 1 o'clock. Fork Sports Highway Show at 6:30 tonight. We're live all day from the fair. I'm off tomorrow. Have a great weekend, everybody. Make sure you come in and talk to the guys while they're doing these shows. Get yourself some GFBS swag. We got some pretty cool stuff here now. And also have yourself a great weekend. Remember, everybody, like, share, tag, and follow us, all right? Hit that notification bell on your smartphone like a lot of these followers do. That way, when we kick off Dirty Thursday, your phone will let you know. Grand cities are an awesome place. Grand Forks' best source is giving them an identity again. Have a great weekend. Come on out.